Let's make a chocolate espresso banana bread. Welcome back to the Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show, where we make plant-based cooking easy. I'm Jill, and today we're gonna make this delicious chocolate espresso banana bread. Yum! And all of our pantry staples today are from our partner company, Essential Organics, who carry over 600 organic products. And if you want to try them out, you can use the code PLANTBASEDEASY at checkout for 10% off your first order. So we're going to start with our dry ingredients. And I always use rolled oats to make my flour first. So this is 2 cups of organic rolled oats that we're just going to blend in our blender until it's a kind of a rough flour. Okay, stick that in our bowl. And then I have 1/2 cup of almond flour, 1 teaspoon, or I'm sorry, 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, 1/3 cup of cocoa powder. And this is completely optional. If you don't want the espresso flavor in there or the coffee flavor in there, you don't have to use this. It could just be a chocolate banana bread. But this is 2 teaspoons of espresso powder and 2 tablespoons of flax meal. We're just going to whisk this just to get any clumps out of there, because sometimes, you know, your baking soda or your baking powder can have little clumps in it, and that's not nice to bite into one of those. All right, so we'll just mix this, and then I'm going to grab our wet ingredients. While we're waiting for that, I'd like to share some background on our show. The Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show is crowd-funded, which means these free weekly recipe videos, along with our entire catalog of free printable recipes on our website, plantbasedcookingshow.com, and our Plant-Based Cooking Made Easy cookbook series, are all made possible in part by the generous patronage of our supporting membership community. So if you love our recipes, I invite you to join us on our mission to make plant-based cooking easy, and follow the link in the description to become a supporting member today. There's no denying the plant-based diet is a nutrient powerhouse, but did you know there are a handful of hard-to-get nutrients even well-crafted diets are often lacking? The latest research suggests that complementing your diet with a few specific vitamins, minerals, and omega-3s will help boost your energy and keep you thriving for the long term. That's why my daily health routine includes Complement Essential. Complement Essential contains the 8 critical nutrients lacking from most plant-based diets in dosages optimized specifically for us. As a special discount for our viewers, just use code PLANTBASEDEASY at checkout to save 15% off of your order. Okay, for our wet ingredients, I've got 3 ripe bananas. You want them pretty ripe, you know, pretty brown and spotty. 1/2 cup of pitted dates. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And 1 cup of soy milk. And this is an unsweetened soy milk, but you can use whatever plant milk you like. I would just always suggest that it's unsweetened, because the sweetness is going to come from those whole dates. All right, we are just going to blend this until all of those date chunks are completely pulverized. Okay, so now we're just going to pour this into our dry mixture. Get all of that out of there. And I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, so just going to stir this up, and you're going to need to have a bread pan of some kind. This is a silicone bread pan. If you're using a regular glass or tin bread pan, you might want to line it with parchment paper so that the bread doesn't stick. Okay, now into the pan. And then just want to smooth down the top a bit. And then for the top, this is also optional. If you want a little bit of an extra chocolatey flavor, you can use, I have a 1/4 cup of, these are unsweetened chocolate chips. You can use whatever chocolate chips you want. Just sprinkle them on the top. And that's gonna give you a nice chocolate ooey gooey punch with every bite. All right, so now we're gonna stick this in the oven for 40 minutes. All right, it is out of the oven if you wanna come in for a closer look. I cannot wait to dig in. It smells so good, but I'm gonna let this cool for a bit and then I'll meet you at the table for a taste. Okay, let's dig in. It's still just a little bit warm, so it's still ooey and gooey. Oh yeah, look at that. Soft. Chocolate, espresso, and bananas together. Heaven. You're gonna love it. Come on back next week for another great recipe.